Flosstube, and welcome back to Black Ribbon Stitch Studio. My name is Denise, and today is Saturday, August 6th, and this is Flosstube number 66. If you're new here, welcome. This is a channel about cross stitch. If you are a returning viewer, thank you so much for coming back to hang out with me today. I would like to point out to those of you who may not know, I do have a link to buy me a coffee down below in my description box for those of you who would like to make a donation to the channel. Although it is never anything that you must feel that you have to do. But I do use the proceeds from Buy Me a Coffee to help with shipping, as I am constantly shipping out giveaways. So thank you so much for that. Now, let's get into what have I been up to for the past couple of weeks. Guys, I really can't even tell you because it wasn't a lot of stitching. I have a lot of things to share with you today, but I really just don't feel like I've done a lot of stitching. So we had I had a casino night. I went out with some friends one evening to the casino, and it was a lot of fun. Of course, I didn't win anything, but I like to go because I just think it's a good time. It's a good time. We also had a pool day. Desiree and Maya came by, and we just dipped in the pool all day. I believe that day it was 95 degrees out. So that was really nice. It was really good to just spend some time with them. We did go out to eat afterwards, and it was a good time. So I really enjoyed their company at the pool. The funniest thing that I can record that has happened this past couple of weeks is, I often tell people when they ask questions or what have you, that there's a story. I feel as if I have a story for everything. So I was about to tell my granddaughter Maya one of these stories, and I just happened to, the story was about something that I said to someone else, and I'll just call her Jane because I don't even remember now what exactly the story was. And the way I worded it was, all right, so I'm telling the story, and I said, so, I was talking to Jane, and so I said, Jane, and Maya just started cracking up, and she's like, what are you, narrator Smurf, Grandma? I thought that was hilarious. And so you may have seen a photo of a Smurf in the introduction, and that, my friends, is narrator Smurf, who I now completely identify with. So that was like one of the funniest things that happened this week. We talked about yucca on a couple of videos, and a lot of people want to try yucca. A lot of people have tried yucca, but Allison said, I love yucca. My father-in-law is Cuban, so we always do a pig roast and lots of mojo pork and black beans and rice. And I also love savory plantain chips. Well, thank you so much, Allison, because you sent me kind of down a rabbit hole looking for yucca chips and beet chips. Now, so far, what I found is that if I want yucca chips and I want beet chips, I'm going to have to make them. And, complete transparency, I just don't think that's something I'm going to do. So I'm going to continue to look for yucca chips and beet chips. Because it just looks like I really want to snack on that. So I always want to thank you guys for your wonderful questions and comments. And we don't have a lot of questions and comments today, but I asked you guys all to weigh in on whether I should use pink chocolate, the pink chocolate fabric, or the Cecil fabric to stitch my Mirabilia on. And thank you so much. I got so much response about that, and I have to say that the majority of you chose pink chocolate, but we're going to talk about that a little bit more in a minute. Also, Shelly pointed out, because I was sitting in this location last video, and Shelly saw my lamp here and was very concerned that I possibly had my magnifying lamp uncovered. But so in case anyone else was wondering, this is not a magnifying lamp. This is simply an art light. It's just an art light. I do have a magnifying lamp on my table, and it is covered. In fact, I think I'm kind of over the top with, you know, like every single time I get up and step away, I put the cover on the magnifier, because yes, if you leave your magnifying lamp uncovered, there is a great possibility that your magnifier can start a fire, and it doesn't take long. So if you're using a magnifying lamp of any kind, guys, please, please, please remember to cover it every time you move away from that spot. So Shelly, thank you for that reminder, and I'm happy to pass that on to you guys. Okay, so let me show you the basket. It is heavy, it is full, but like I said, I don't feel like I did a lot of stitching, so we're gonna get into it and talk about what's been going on around here. Okay, so I do have a new start, and I started Charlotte by Mirabilia. And so let me show you what it is. Here it is, guys. This is my very first Mirabilia, and I went ahead and got started on it. And so I have to say that I did not choose to start it on pink chocolate. Several people recommended and reminded me that what I needed to do was I needed to first do the skin and hair conversion, then do a floss toss in order to choose between the two fabrics. So because I did that, I decided to stitch it on Cecil. Now, I did the conversion, the hair and the skin conversion, mainly the skin conversion, with help from conversions that have been posted in the past by Gary of Sunshine Stitchers, and by Yuri of, where's Yuri? Shaded Stitchery. And I will put links to both of them in the description box below, but I referenced their conversions in order to come up with my conversion for this chart. Okay, so let me show you how far I got. This is literally one day of stitching. I just got a start on it. And so here we are. If I can get it folded nicely for you. Here we are. And so I started in the middle, and I'm going to work my way up. And so where I have started is right around here. Okay, So I like the way the colors are coming out on this. I do have to point out that I'm a little concerned because this sisal fabric, the tones are more orange than pink. And I'm not sure if that's going to take away from it at all. But I am going to continue. I'm just a little concerned about that. But this was not going to look good on pink chocolate, even though I wanted to stitch it on pink chocolate very badly. She was going to kind of disappear. Her skin and hair, in my opinion, were going to sort of disappear and not pop into the fabric. So we'll see. It's not a tragedy if I decide to start it over on a different fabric, but for now, I'm loving it. I had no idea that Mirabilia, I don't know why. I thought it was going to be like difficult to stitch. Of course, yes, I haven't gotten to the beading and all that yet, but so far, I think I'm really, really loving this. So I'm stitching it on 32 count sisal Lugana 2/2. So that is my new start. So I did work on some whips. Again, I just don't feel like I got a lot of stitching done. And I really can't tell you what in the world I've been doing. But I don't feel like I was stitching. I want to show you that Letters to Santa by Backwater Shop. The fifth and final part has been released. And so this is what the entire piece will look like when it's done. And guys, I don't think I put any stitches into this at all. So I'm not even going to show you my progress because I don't think I have any progress. And since the stitch along is over, this will now go back into the whip pile until I spin the wheel and it comes up for me to stitch on. The next whip is Rosina Dissery 1820. Again, I believe that I put one strand of floss in this overall in the past 2 weeks. This is what Rosina is going to look like when she's done. Okay, and this is what I managed to stitch. And so on this one again, I started in the middle and I'm sort of working my way outwards and upwards. Let's see. And so that means I am stitching on pages 5 and 6. And all I was able to do was this little bit right here. I put the word in, and it's not even the whole word. So that's how much I got done on that. But we'll just keep going. We'll just keep going. You know, life is happening, and we got to do our life. We got to do our life. And that's okay. Okay, so I am stitching this on 32 count. Why can I never remember it? 32 count Earthen Lugana by Picture This Plus. And I'm stitching it 2/2 except for the bits of it that are 1/1. Okay, so that's the progress on Rosina Dissery. All right, and so what else did we do? Vintage Housewife from Fat Quarter Shop is a year-long stitch along, and so yes, I'm going to be stitching on it continuously for the year until it's done. And this is what it will look like when it's done. Just a very cute bit of vignette type situations going on here. And I will show you again, not a lot of progress, but what I did was I did work on the border. I did some more work on the border. And that is it, guys. That's all I did. Just some more work on the border. And so, as I always do with this piece, when I do pull it back out this week, again, I will work some more on the border before I move on to the other parts. And hopefully I'll work on it for more than one day. This is being stitched on 25 count Lugana, 25 count overcast Lugana. So that's my progress on that. Let's put this away nicely. And so notice how, I don't know if you notice how I'm not really showing, you know, before pictures because there isn't much progress to show. So, all right, what did I work on next? I did work on To a Friend's House by Mary Engelbreit, which I'm stitching along with Colette, the Highway Stitcher. And Colette is done. Colette is done. I'm almost there. And so what I've done is I managed to get to the bottom and turn the corner. I turned the corner. So we're almost there, guys. We're almost there. And I may have, no, that's all I did. I think that's all I did was turn the corner. So yeah, almost there. I can't wait really until I finish this, especially now that Colette is done, because I'm anxious to turn it into what I'm going to turn it into and ship it off to her. So yeah, this was a lot of fun. A lot of fun. I can't wait to be done with it. And I'm just stitching it on 16 count white Ada using all of the called for DMCs. Okay. Next is Mistletoe Lane, which I'm very happy about Mistletoe Lane because I will insert a photo of it here where I was the last time I shared it with you. This is what it's going to look like when it's done. A very cute Merry Christmas scene, especially now that I figured out how I want to stitch it to make it appealing to me. So it's really, really cute. And on this piece, I'm very happy to say that I met my goal. And my goal was to complete the entire top banner. I'm very, very happy. Yay, that is done. I will continue to stitch on this the next time it's called up in on my whip wheel. But I'm so very pleased that I was able to meet that goal. It makes me very happy when I set a goal and actually reach it. Okay, this is being stitched on 25 count overcast Lugana, which meant that the other one, Vintage Housewife, is on cloud Lugana. This is overcast Lugana, 25 count, and I'm stitching it 2/2. Beautiful. So this one is going back into the whip pile now. until the next time it gets cold. All right. Then I worked on, now this is something, well, okay. Then I worked on African Woman with Peonies 2. Oh, okay, I'll get that in a second. And I hope I have the photo for you guys. I do. Okay. And it is adapted from artwork by Frederick Bazille, and it was charted by Artisy. And I shared with you guys last time that this is a piece that Mr. Ribbon, my poor dear Mr. Ribbon, was very excited about. I was stitching this for him. I will continue to stitch it in memory of him. And I was stitching along with, the reason I picked it up to stitch on is because I was stitching along with Sarah, Stitching Mommy, and Colette, the Highway Stitcher, because we started it together. And Sarah decided she wanted to work on it, so we all worked on it. And so Sarah, I think Sarah was going to work on it for 4 days, so I said, okay, good, 4 days. Now, the one thing that's good about that also is that in my my rules that I've set for myself for my stitch rotation, I have said that when I pick up a full coverage piece, no matter what day it is in the month, I will stitch on that piece exclusively from then until the end of the month. And so this really worked out really well because we started stitching it on the 28th. So we stitched it for 4 days, from the 28th to the 31st. Unfortunately, my 4 days turned into 2 days, okay? Because on the first day, I was trying my best to get this pattern into Pattern Keeper because I'm working from a paper copy. It's my very first full coverage piece. And so it was extremely challenging the last time that I was working on it. I kept getting lost. I was frustrated. But, you know, I'm not going to let it beat me, but it was really frustrating to work on because I just didn't know what I was doing. So I know that Pattern Keeper recently had an update, which was going to make it a little easier for me to get it into Pattern Keeper. Well, my tablet that I'm using, I only use it for Pattern Keeper. That's the only reason I ever use it. So, of course, first I have to charge it. Then I had to update Pattern Keeper. Then as I was trying, I tried everything to actually photograph the chart so that it can then be, you know, uploaded into Pattern Keeper. The camera on the tablet would not work. So I really spent a lot of time trying to do that until I finally said, okay, let's just go ahead and continue stitching with the chart, with the paper chart, and just do the best that you can do to try to figure out what you're going to do. So I've also gridded my fabric myself using friction pen, and I thought maybe there was a better way to do it, so I had purchased the what is it called? Guideline. I purchased Guideline. So I then tried to figure out, like, what's the best way to use Guideline. So I'm watching videos, I'm doing all this stuff, and that got a little bit overwhelming. So I said, nope, just continue stitching the way you were stitching. You're gonna be okay. You know how to read a chart, it's okay. So that's what I did. So I stitched on it for 2 days after that. And one of the reasons I'm trying to find another method is because the way that I'm stitching it using the paper copy, it really is taking an extremely long time. So I will insert a picture here where it was before I picked it up. And this is where I got to. Which I am very pleased with my progress because, first of all, you can see this beautiful red peony. And I was concentrating on filling in a lot of the holes that were here. I absolutely love using, I don't know whether in this case we would call it cross country or the typewriter method as Sarah of Stitching Mommy calls it, but I would pick the highest blank spot, stitch that, and then move to wherever else that symbol could be found. So I was able to fill in all of the little blank spots that I had going in here that were part of the problem with me stitching it. And so I'm kind of okay now with that method of stitching it. Now I know that when Sarah uses the typewriter method, she generally goes across the entire top of the chart and does it that way. I'm choosing to do it still a page at a time. So I'm just going to pick the highest blank symbol on this page and continue to carry it down. In some cases, it does call for a lot of color changes. There's a lot of confetti. I don't know if you can see this, but I believe there are either 3 or 4 colors in the background. Okay, it's not all black. So, I'm pleased with my progress, and I am looking forward to picking this back up. It was a lot of fun stitching it along again with Sarah and Colette. And so, there were a couple of times, let me just also tell you, there was a couple of times that I was like, I think I'm going to stop and just start this over. But I persevered, and now I'm happy with it again. And so now I'm looking forward to stitching on it some more. I'm looking forward to it. So that was the saga of African Woman with Peonies, number 2. Excuse me, I gotta pick up the thing that I dropped. Okay. I'm also working on a secret project that I put some stitches in, and I will be able to share that with you guys at some point in the future, but I was able to stitch that until, like there's nothing else that I could do at this point. So, I did do something on that. Now, I do have some Stitchy Kindness Happy Mail. I actually won a giveaway, guys. What? It's been a while. It's been a while since I won a giveaway. And this is from Kelly at Don't Run With Scissors, and I will link her YouTube channel below. And what Kelly sent me was, she's working with the Hillbilly Candle Company, and they developed some thread wax. And so I entered the giveaway for the thread wax, and let me show you how it comes. It comes in this cute Ort bag. This is really adorable, right? That's cute. I like a good bag. I like some good packaging. I really do. So let me just get the card out with the cute thank you card. Nice. With that came, it's a refrigerator magnet actually, and it's from the Hillbilly Candle Company, from Barn to Table. Cute. Yep, we're gonna stick that on my fridge. Why not? And my thread wax. Okay, so even Kelly talks about how, you know, she's not really a thread wax person. I'm not really a thread wax person, although I have used it in the past. I will say that my issue with it, I did like using it, but my issue was that I felt that it started to dry out, even though I had it in a cute little closed container. So that kind of got on my nerves after a while, and so I stopped using it. But here it is. It's Hillbilly Candle Company Nana's Sewing Wax. Hope you can see that. And the fragrance is called Buck Naked. Let me tell you, it smells so good. And so it's kind of like, well, even if I don't really love thread wax, oh my gosh, it smells really, really good. So thank you, Kelly, for my thread wax. I'm really going to enjoy this. And I will put links below to Kelly's Flosstube channel, as well as to the Hillbilly Wax Company. So that was a lot of fun. Okay, so haul. I've got some haul. So I think I told you guys that, you know, when I ordered my Mirabilia chart that I'm working on, a couple of the beads were missing, a couple of bead packs were missing. And so I signed up, which is a feature that I absolutely love on 123 Stitch, for them to notify me. You leave them your email address and they notify you when the product is back in stock. So I did that, and lo and behold, the beads were back in stock. So of course I had to order them. And of course, when I ordered the beads, I had to order another chart. Who's gonna just get a little pack of beads? What, are you kidding me? Not me. So I thought, hey, since we're on this theme, and since I've already made a list of these items, why not just go ahead and get another Mirabilia? So the one that I got was Royal Games 1 by Nora Corbett. Isn't this is, I love it because I really enjoy games. I love playing games. I love card games. I love board games. And I enjoyed the idea of being able to stitch them. And so this is Royal Games 1, which there is a Royal Games 2, and I decided at that time not to order it. But guess what, guys? There was another package of beads that was not included. So I was notified again. We have those beads. And so when I ordered those beads that are also missing, I am planning to go ahead and order Royal Games 2. This is gonna, oh my gosh, this is gonna be so wonderful, all stitched up. And the fact that there are two of them, I could simply hang them next to each other. That's just gonna look awesome. So I am officially, like doubly officially on the Mirabilia wagon. And guess what? I like it here. Okay. So that's that. And so this brings me to, because I have more haul to show you, it brings me to the fact that, guys, I am celebrating the fact that I have reached 4,000 subscribers on this channel, and I could not be more pleased. And so, you know, I have to do a giveaway. And therefore, this giveaway, because it's 4,000 subscribers, I'm going to be giving away 4 items. The 4 items are my from my haul of what's new at Fat Quarter Shop. And so instead of using words this time, I'm gonna number them. I'm gonna describe the product to you and give you the number. And if you are interested in this item, in winning this item, you'll simply use that number in your comment, and I will choose winners using the YouTube random comment picker before my next video, which will be hopefully in 2 weeks. Let's see, all the same rules apply. Please be over the age of 18. Please be in the United States. Please don't use the word giveaway anywhere in your comment. Please be a subscriber, and it will be very much to your advantage if you are a public subscriber, meaning that I can see that you're a subscriber. That'd be to your advantage. And so I'm just going to grab the box, and here we go. Okay. Da-da-da-da. I think I'm going to coordinate this with my notes instead of going on my own speed, so that it's all done. Now, okay. Let's do it. Let's do it. All right. So number 1. Excuse the crinkling. Number 1 is the support group quilt pattern. I'm gonna have to move this box. Let's put it right there. Okay. The support group quilt pattern. All right. This is number 1. And I'm going to read to you what Fat Quarter Shop has to say about this, because it's very, very important. Everyone needs a little support sometimes. You can also purchase the quilt kit on Fat Quarter Shop, and the quilt kit includes the support group quilt pattern and fabric by Lori Holt Fabrics for the quilt top and the binding. If you like to sew along with them, you can find the support group sew along quilt kit and backing set, as well as all the other notions and patterns on the support group sew along page, which I will link below in the description box. They go on to say, we are giving breast cancer awareness a strong push with the support group stitch and quilt along. The support group's cross stitch and quilt pattern by Lori Holt is a sweet nod to how good undergarments are like good friends. We show up during hard times to uplift and support each other. Take the plunge with us into this sew along to give breast cancer awareness the full coverage it needs. We encourage you to donate $15 to the National Breast Cancer Foundation by October 31st, 2022. Fat Quarter Shop and designer Lori Holt will each match up to $5,000 of the donations raised. Together, we can reach our goal of $20,000 to help women at every step of the breast cancer journey. And I will also put a link to the donation page. So I am again giving away this quilt pattern. And if you're interested in this quilt pattern that is supporting a very good cause, please use the number 1 somewhere in your comment. The next thing I have to offer for giveaway, I'm sorry I'm going to be bending because that's where it is now, is the support group cross stitch chart. And also the support group enamel needle minder. How cute is that? How cute is that? So if you're interested in the support group cross stitch chart and needle minder, please use the number 2 somewhere in your comments. Number 3 is Citrus Summer cross stitch pattern, which was part of the Stitch Quarterly subscription from Fat Quarter Shop, as well as the Be In My Bonnet Stitch Cards Set M. We're up to M at this point. Look at that strawberry. Wow, I didn't even look at this really, really well. The strawberry, the teacup, the tea kettle, they're calling my name, but this is going to be giveaway number 3. If you're interested in these, please use the number 3 somewhere in your comment. And please use numbers. Don't spell it out. Use numbers because I'm going to be searching for the numbers. Also, so number 4 is the You Are the Boss cross stitch chart. This is also brand new from Lori Holt. And she always says you are the boss of your quilt. And, you know, I think we just all embrace that statement because you're the boss of your quilt. You're the boss of your cross stitch chart. You can change it up. You can switch anything around because you're the boss of it. You're the boss of it. So this is number 4. If you're interested in this, please use the number 4 somewhere in your comments. Thank you so much, guys. Good luck with that. And I want to thank you again for subscribing and supporting my channel. I appreciate you all. I think more than you'll ever know. So thank you for that. Okay. Now, and so I want to show you another thing that is also new from Fat Quarter Shop. But guys, I am keeping this for myself. And it is the Scrappiness is Happiness book, quilt book. I've had my eye on this ever since they first advertised it and keep saying, wow, it would be so great if I had that book. And so thank you so much, Kimberly and staff at Fat Quarter Shop, for passing all of these goodies along to us. Guys, I keep saying that I'm itching to quilt. I am itching to quilt. I think it's gonna be a momentous occasion when I do actually get it together. Oh my goodness. Look at this quilt. Oh my gosh. It's called the Happy Trails quilt. Will you look at that? This is so up my alley. I love this. I love this. Okay, so yes, Scrappiness is Happiness is available Fat Quarter Shop right now. You can get it. You can get it for yourself. I love it. Okay. All right, what is next? All right. What are my plans coming up? Oh, before I do that, I have to announce the giveaway winner from last week's giveaway. Last week, I was giving away the Rosina Dizery chart to one lucky winner. And the winner of Rosina Dizery is Mountain Crafts Studio. Mountain Craft Studio, congratulations. Please get in touch with me by email at designmorris1@gmail.com so you can give me your mailing address and I can get this into the mail to you. Congratulations. Now let's talk about my plans. All right. So I plan to start C by Rovaris. And here's what it looks like. I plan to start this. And this is going to be, I'm stitching this as part of the All Things C Craft Along with Crafting with Natalia. And so I'm ready to go ahead and get this started. And I'm going to be stitching it on 32 count antique lace Lugana. Beautiful. This is by Seraphim Hand-Dyed Fabrics by Seraphim Hand-Dyed Fabrics. I'm going to stitch this on that. I think that's going to look so pretty. So I have a few of the flosses that I pulled from my stash. I'm going to have to order a few more. And so hopefully I can start with the floss that I have. Otherwise, I'll have to wait until the rest of the floss comes in, and that's fine. But I also had a question about the Rovaris chart because there's no 10 square demarcations. There's no middle indicated. And I wondered if that was just the way our Rovaris charts are. And April, thank you, April. April emailed me and said that she did the research, because I didn't do the research. And all Rovaris charts are charted the same. So, you know, that's okay. It's just a little bit extra work, but that's okay. I mean, I'm going to do it because I do want to get this started because I really love this chart and I want to work on that. So, as I said, if I can start it with the floss that I have, which is here, then I will. Otherwise, I will, I'm probably going to put an order in tomorrow. So whenever I get those flosses in, I'm going to start that. Let's see what else. Now, you may have seen in the title of this video that I'm going to do a mini kit parade. Now, I'm doing that because it doesn't sit well with me that I have kits, that I have projects that are fully kitted that I'm not working on. So I need to go ahead and I'm going to go ahead and start them all. Okay? So before I do that, I thought, well, let me just share with everyone what it is I already have kitted and that I'm planning to start within the next couple of weeks. I'm going to start it all. And then I will, as I'm starting them, I will decide whether they will become a part of my one strand every day group of whips, or if I will simply add it to the whip wheel to come back to at another time. Okay? So the first one I'm going to show you actually is not kitted, but when I show it to you, you'll see that it's not a big deal, and I do want to start this right now. So it is Favorite Color by Park Hopper Bart, and we had a few discussions about you stitching this using the number of your house or apartment or what have you, And it turns out that my apartment number is not a DMC number, but it is an anchor number. So I'm going to go ahead and get the anchor floss for this, and I'm going to start it because I want this hanging on my door. So that's the first one of my mini kit parade. The next one that I want to start is Hippo by KEB Studio Creations. And I have a note on there. I want to start this because I want to gift this. This is gift stitching. So, okay, how long am I going to wait? In fact, I had in mind to stitch this for one person, and then I discovered that it would be really cute to stitch this for another person. So I honestly do believe I'm going to stitch this twice. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to first I'm going to stitch it once, and then maybe put it back in my kitted pile. I don't think I'm going to stitch it back to back, two of them back to back, but we'll see. Anything's possible. But I'm going to stitch this, and I'm going to stitch it on 18 count black Aida. Okay? And I have all the floss that I need, so I'm going to start that. Yay, I'm excited. I'm excited to be starting these because it's one of those things that doesn't sit well with me. That it's just sitting there kitted. I don't like that. Okay, so the next one is African American Father Christmas. My good friend sent this to me along with all of the floss. Okay, here it is. It is absolutely beautiful. I love everything about this chart. I then pulled fabric, which I hope I have a note on here what the fabric is. I think I do. This is 32 count Platinum Lugana by Zweigart. I'm going to stitch them on this. As I said, I have all the flosses. I do believe that there was a Krynic that I did not have, that she did not include. And so I ordered the Krynic. I now just have to figure out what I do with it. I don't know. I'm not sure. I think it's probably stored with where I have all the rest of my Krynic stored. So it shouldn't be too hard to find. But I'm going to go ahead and get started on African American Father Christmas. I do believe one of you or several of you said that you wanted to stitch this along with me. Let's go ahead and get started. Leave me a comment or send me an email so we can talk about it, and maybe we'll come up with a hashtag for it. Okay, so I'm excited to get that started again because I've had it sitting here kitted. Let's go. Let's get it worked on, guys. Come on. Let's work on this stuff. And the next one that I'm going to start is a Stitch Quarterly chart by Fat Quarter Shop. And so, you know, when you are subscribed to Stitch Quarterly, you get everything you need to go ahead and stitch it. So I'm going to stitch it. And this one is called Tea Time. I'm going to go ahead and get it started. I have everything I need. So, again, let's go. Everything I need. Let's go. Cute little project bag. The whole 9 yards. And the next one is also a Stitch Quarterly chart from Fat Quarter Shop. again, I have everything I need in this package. And this is Citrus Summer. Oh. That's not the picture of it, I don't think. Now, here it is. Citrus Summer. Yeah. Let's go. Let's get it started. I mean, fall is coming, so get this stuff started, and hopefully it'll be done by next summer. I could display all my stuff. Right? Okay. Everything I need is in this package. Cute little project bag. I'm ready. And that concludes my mini kit parade. That wasn't so bad, right? It wasn't so bad. I just want to go ahead and get them started so I can go ahead and move along. Let's see, what else? That might be just about it, guys. Let's make sure. So I am, of course, going to continue to stitch on my stitch alongs, such as Vintage Housewife and the Engelbreit Love Style, which I hope I can finish. I'm going to continue stitching on Rosina Dizery. I'm trying to do some more unpacking and organizing. It's a joke at this point how much I just don't do it. But I don't know. Hopefully this week I'll get some of it done. Don't forget that you can join the Facebook group, Black Ribbon Stitch Studio on Facebook. And guys, there are a couple of questions that you need to answer in order for me to accept you into the group. We know there are bots out there and people who don't mean us well. So you need to answer those 2 questions. And also, if you care to, please follow me on Instagram at Black Ribbon Stitch Studio on Instagram. Angel has not made an appearance in this video. He is currently, first of all, let me just tell you, he's a terrorist. Angel is a terrorist. Send help. This is a desk behind me, and then there is a door on the bottom, and in there I keep my printer paper. He's discovered that he can go into there from the back. So he is currently in there sleeping on some printer paper, because that's what we do around here. So if you enjoyed this video, please do hit the like button. If you really enjoyed this video, please do consider subscribing. And when you do subscribe, please don't forget to hit the bell so you could be notified each and every time I upload a new video. This week's words of inspiration are: eat like you love yourself, move like you love yourself, speak like you love yourself, act like you love yourself. Thank you so much, guys, for spending some time with me. Express love, create beauty, be kind. Bye-bye.